Welcome to the Take Money, Make Money show, where we talk all things reselling. We'll show you how to take your money to make more money. We show you how to crush it on eBay, Amazon, Facebook Marketplace, offer up, you name it, because we've done it. Hosted by me, GrowWithChris. Let's get started.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Take Money, Make Money show. I'm your host, GrowWithChris. And as always, I thank you for tuning in wherever you are in the world today. Now, if you've been a loyal listener of the show for the past month or so since we launched, definitely want to extend a great thank you to you for tuning in. I hope that you find the content helpful. I wanted to just put out information to really help you on your journey if you are actively reselling or you're considering it. I want to give you information that you can find actionable as well as just helpful to maybe give you some confidence, clarity, a roadmap of things to take, and also just to be a platform for me to just share my thoughts and also just share my journey. You know, as you all know, I have the 6-figure reseller course in which I give you kind of like the A to Z. But even in the course, while it is lengthy, certain topics I couldn't really go into as much detail. So I kind of use the podcast as an avenue to talk more deeply on specific topics for those who may want to talk more deeply. And in today's episode, we're talking all about the future, right? At the time of this recording, we're in the middle of August, heading into the fall, and I have some exciting plans for the brand. And I want to share with you first so you can kind of know some things that I have upcoming, what to expect, new products, new trainings, new opportunities to engage with me, as well as expanding the reach of this podcast in particular. So let's talk about that right now. One of the first things that you can expect to see from the Grow with Chris and the Take Money, Make Money show is that we're going to expand this out to really have different entrepreneurs, resellers, business minds joining the show. You know, the idea behind the Take Money, Make Money show was to really talk about all things reselling, all things business, in which we really focus in on how you can take your money and leverage it to make more money. And obviously that concept of taking your money to make more money, it doesn't necessarily have to be through buying, products and reselling them on eBay. Of course, that was how I really got started and really grew my business. But even for me, and this is what I want for you as well, you get started with reselling, but no one necessarily wants to resell forever. Or if you do, you may want to look at other avenues to grow your income. So we're going to have some professionals who, really get to the bag, who leverage things like social media, who are into real estate, doing different things to make their money make money for them. So I want to bring them in. I have I'm blessed to be in communities with some high-level entrepreneurs, and I want to bring them to the show so that you, the listeners, can get some of that game as well. Because I know that, reselling is great, but being able to take your profits and leverage that to make even more money for you and your family is something that's going to be great. And I got some big names coming up to kick it off, and I'm excited about that. So the goal would be that, every week or every other week, we bring in at least 1 to 2 guests on to the show. And this may be them jumping on Instagram Live with me or on the Facebook page or YouTube. But of course, we'll always, capture the conversation. We'll then repost it on all our different social medias. And of course, you'll be able to hear it on the podcast apps or however you consume the podcast as audio. We'll always have that. So stay on the lookout for that. Next as well, along the same lines, is you're going to start seeing me popping up on other people's platforms more, really to share my journey, to give people tips and action items how to get started with reselling if it's something that they were considering. For the most part now, I just have been really just on my own platform. Haven't really been on too many other people's platform, but that's something that we're getting ready to change up very soon. So you're going to see me on, different people's platforms, doing interviews, being on their podcasts, and really just giving them the game, the background, the same way I give it to you, helping them help their listeners, really maybe start a new business through reselling. So I'm excited about that as well. I've been really just trying to lay the foundation for myself. As a lot of you know, I recently transitioned from my full-time work in schools to be an entrepreneur. I also am the director of marketing for a nonprofit, Black Male Educators Alliance. So doing all of that, plus the summer, now kids are getting ready to go back into school. I also do a lot of things with my wife, from stock investment to stock options and also real estate. So I've been running hard, but I had to fit things in. So now is the time to really start branching out and reaching out to other platforms to be featured, and really just taking the show on the road is how I consider it. So definitely when you see me popping up on other platforms, show some love, share it, because I think we got a lot of value to share with the world. And I'm excited to have a strong foundation, I feel like, to really take that forward. And lastly, I want to talk about different course offerings and products and services that I'm looking to launch. Now, I'm putting this here on the podcast, and it's a little bit of it's like a historical marker, right? You ever see those super successful people, they show you the video from 2 years ago, and then they go and do this big, great thing because you can't believe how they did it, but they go show you the proof that they said they were going to do it before they did it, and then they actually did it, and you're like, oh, that's crazy. And this is kind of like that moment. Obviously the first digital product that we have really launched, as far as the relaunch of the GrowWithChris brand, was the 6-figure reseller. And that's always going to be like that, the baby, right? That's like the foundation. But there's a lot more things that I want to be teaching people and helping people be able to do, from personal credit to business credit to just productivity to even just social media marketing, Facebook ads, you name it. So there's a lot more that's going to be coming from under the GrowWithChris umbrella. I've also, as I just said earlier in the video, I do marketing for a nonprofit organization that I've been really part of since its inception, Black Male Educators Alliance. And I won't get into the specifics of that nonprofit, but one thing that we've been able to do, and I'm very proud of, is that I've been I've been the designer on pretty much the nonprofit for years, creating the branding and running the social media. And I've had some team members, of course, that have supported that along the way. So it hasn't been completely solo. But right now, as it stands, I produce videos. I do a lot for them. And I want to be able to start actually packaging this information up on how you can, grow your brand, your social media, and help other organizations like nonprofits and schools do the same. Now, that's going to be a longer term play. I'm not going to rush that, but that's something I'm looking to get launched around January. So you'll see, I don't know if I'm going to do it on a different brand, like a different page, or if I'm going to put that in the GrowWithChris, but that's something I'm definitely working on behind the scenes. But more immediately with GrowWithChris, as I just kind of outlined, there's a few different lanes I'm definitely going to be getting into to really help you on your journey. One thing, and here's the beautiful thing about this, I'm getting excited talking about this, is that I want to bring people on the journey. As I grow, I want to help you grow. That's kind of the thought behind GrowWithChris. It's I'm constantly growing. I'm constantly getting better. And I want you to be on that same journey, right? And I want to keep, obviously, the course and the contents to be related. So I don't want to just, I'm not going to go too far out of my lane or my area of expertise, but I want to be able to bring those things to you. So there's two things that I'm going to be most immediately beginning to teach people on. That's how to build your credit, as well as how to sell on Amazon. Those are two topics that are near and dear to my heart. And I know I have a lot that I need to just get out there to the world. Because when I started, if you listen to the previous episode, I talk about credit and how I built my credit. When I first started reselling, I had literally no credit cards. They all had been closed down in the past. I had a 560 credit score, and I've grown it to over 720 because I learned about how to build my credit, and it really worked hand in hand with me having a resale business, because I could leverage my credit to buy products. And then when you're disciplined and you pay those balances down, you can really accelerate your credit growth. So I want to give people the game on that, how to really build your credit, how to clean your credit, like how to use it intelligently to really grow your business. And that's just on the personal credit side. Now, of course, you can also get business credit. And I've been able to secure a lot of business credit as well, and build my business's credit score. So I want to teach people how to do that too. And then Amazon. We talk about Amazon some in the 6-figure reseller course, but Amazon is such a vast ocean that it really needs its own content. It needs its own course, because I want people to have a full picture before they dive in. So those training programs and resources are in the works. So you can expect some ebooks, webinars, as well as courses on that content. And for those people who've already purchased 6-figure reseller, I'm definitely planning to give like some early access to them as I get ready to launch it. The last thing I'll say is this. I'm in the process of transitioning to a new course platform where all my courses will be held. So right now, I was using Gumroad to start, and then I started using Samcart, which is another system. But now I'm just using a different system. So all my courses will be at courses.growwithchris.com. That'll be where you log in to actually access the courses. So I'm in the process of moving all my current customers over so that they can still access their purchases over there. But that's where my new courses will all be housed there. It's just a little more seamless process for me. So we're busy behind the scenes. We're busy. We're blessed. God is good. I want to just say that God is good, and we're going to continue to work. So those are the things that's coming up. I think we'll do these check-ins like maybe every 3 months. So maybe we'll come back, in like November or December, just with a check-in on these things that I talked about as we get ready to go to the new year. But definitely expect the business and personal credit resources and products, as well as the Amazon, as well as just the expansion of the show. I got some great guests lined up. I'm talking, from Facebook ads to real estate to options to creating your own courses and things like that. Like, we got some people that I've been blessed to come across and really become friends with over the last few months that I'm excited to bring on here. If you want to get into the car rental game, my girl Brandy's going to be on here. So like, I got some people in my network that I'm planning to bring to you here on the Take Money, Make Money show. So that's just what's coming up for me. Like I said, I appreciate your support. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, rate us on, Apple, on YouTube, etc. All of that good stuff, and continue to support the show, continue to support me. And I want to, my commitment to you is I'm continuing to put out quality, free content. Continue to up the quality here in my office right now. So we got a different look to the show, and we're just going to continue to improve and make it better. So once again, this is Grow with Chris. This is the Take Money, Make Money show. We appreciate you tuning in, and we'll see you on the next episode. Peace.